When Napoleon Hill said, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." This episode is brought to you by my HarperCollins published book, Mind Over Explicit Matter. Learn how artificial stimulation miswires your brain and what you can do to rewire it back to purpose, intimacy, and connection. Go to drtrishleigh.com/book. He wasn't being mystical. He was describing a real neural process, the way your brain's reticular activating system tunes perception to match belief. The reticular activating system is a network of neurons deep in your brainstem in a region called the reticular formation. It connects your spinal cord, your cerebellum, your thalamus, and your cerebral cortex. This means that it links your survival brain to your conscious mind, and its job to regulate alertness, attention, and focus. So it decides what sensory information makes it into your awareness. You can think of it kind of like your brain's algorithm. Every second, millions of data points flood your senses. The RAS filters them and it asks, what matters right now? And here's the kicker. What you repeatedly think about, talk about, and feel emotionally trains your RAS to find matching information in the world. That's why when you're afraid, you see danger everywhere. When you believe in your vision, your brain literally edits reality to show you opportunities that align with that faith. When I first studied Napoleon Hill, I thought faith meant blind optimism. But when I mapped my own brain during periods of anxiety versus purpose, the data told a different story. My prefrontal cortex was calm when I believed that things were working in my favor, and it was in chaos when I doubted. The moment I started trusting the process, my reticular activating system began filtering for opportunity instead of fear. Faith wasn't a feeling. It was a neural function. When you live in doubt, your RAS locks onto threats. It literally edits reality to confirm your fear, spotlighting everything that could go wrong. Your prefrontal cortex starts micromanaging life, while your amygdala stays lit, feeding constant uncertainty. This creates what I call the fear frequency, a brainwave state of hypervigilance and scarcity. You can't manifest abundance from survival mode. This is because your brain doesn't even see abundance there. When you train your mind to expect positive outcomes for your good, your RAS tunes the world to match it. It's called expectancy bias, and it's measurable. Neural coherence, when different regions of the brain fire rhythmically together, is what we experience as calm faith. It's not superstition, it's synchronization. When the prefrontal cortex quiets the fear signals from the amygdala, your perception actually expands. You literally start seeing more possibilities because your brain has stopped filtering them out. When I started to practice this daily, I noticed the smallest shifts first. People calling back, new clients showing up, synchronicities. But the real change wasn't outside. It was inside. My QEEG brain map showed balanced alpha waves, the brain's faith frequency. That's the neurobiology of trust. Napoleon Hill's word for faith and modern neuroscience's term for coherence, they describe the same energy. When your thoughts, emotions, and nervous system align, you actually become a resonant signal in the field. Sacred science calls this entrainment, your inner vibration shaping your outer experience. So what Napoleon Hill called infinite intelligence is now what quantum biology calls the unified field of information. Faith is simply coherence with that field. So if you've been living in the fear frequency, here's your supernormal strategy for the day. Number 1, notice when your thoughts default to doubt. And then 2, breathe and replace fear with faith by choosing a single phrase that calibrates your brain. Maybe something like, everything is unfolding for me. Then number 3, focus. Intentionally look for evidence that supports that belief. Every repetition rewires your reticular activating system. And you know what it's going to do? It's going to find possibility, not proof of failure. That's what Napoleon Hill meant by believing it before you see it. It's not wishful thinking. It's neural programming. Okay, so tell me in the comments, what's your RAS focused on right now? Fear or faith? Because your awareness of it is the very first step to changing it. If you're ready to actually see this happening inside your brain, that's exactly what I help people do inside my Supernormal brain training and brain mapping program. We use real-time EEG brain maps, and I can see, and then of course I show you, how your prefrontal cortex, amygdala, and reticular activating system are working together, or lack thereof, and then we can retrain them for clarity, confidence, and calm focus. So instead of just thinking about success, you'll literally be building the brain that creates it. Okay, stay with me in this series because next we're diving into Autosuggestion 2.0, programming the subconscious mind. You'll learn how to rewire the habits, emotions, and thought patterns that keep you repeating the same story. And of course, you'll learn how to use neuroplasticity to write a new one. Because this is what supernormal living is all about.